doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're recording now, too.
Okay.
I will tweet out. You gonna get the first pack ready?
Sure. These are yours.
Let's see. Oh, hey, we're opening Dominaria United tonight. We got a draft booster box. I'm going to open up 18 packs, and then we're going to switch seats. Shab's going to open up 18 packs. I'm going for defenders. What are you going for?
Legendaries.
Just any legendary creatures?
Any legendary creatures.
Okay.
Preferably Joda.
Okay. Twitter is what I wanted. I wanted to tell people we're live. Not that anybody pays attention, but...
Almost cheated you out of 2 packs.
It's going to be the first time.
For some reason I had 16 each in my head.
Alright. So that's tweeted. Yeah, I'll give you my phone. Go ahead and retweet that real quick. I guess I just found it. Yeah, okay. Ooh, starting with Dragon Token. Fancy Swamp. Gotta like. Temporal Firestorm. Let's see.
Oh, you started with your legendary.
Yeah, they do the packs differently now.
That's weird.
Choose up to X creatures enter planeswalker control X number of times this spell was kicked. And those permanents phase out. If I damage each creature and each planeswalker. Okay. Braids Arisen. Is that a foil? That was a foil rare too.
Oh, it's hard to tell.
We got Braids Arisen Nightmare. In your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and I draw a card. Djinn of the Fountain, instant sorcery spell, +1/+1, or exile it, turn the battlefield and turn its control at the beginning of the next end step, or scry 1. It's kind of like it can dodge field wipes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to flip these for the legendaries at the end?
Sure.
Either that or you'd have to, like...
Tail swipe. Hey, we went to Chaplain. We like to see it. Well, I already have 2.
No, now you have 3.
Captain's Call. Tangled Islet. Toxic Abomination. Radiant Grove. Impede Momentum. Phyrexian Warhorse. God, I hate this autofocus, but we couldn't get the focus right on our own.
Jaya's Fire NATO.
Damage strike creature, planeswalker, scry 1.
Should be the next sci-fi movie. Fire NATO.
Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Destroy target artifact or destroy target creature with defender.
Hey, I need that.
I gotta hide that. When damage each creature opponent's control. Okay. Go ahead and separate out the defender, Wingmantle Chaplain. Just want to get a defender count at the end of this. Okay. Go look at some of these. I don't know what all these do. Alright, that's not bad.
We'll do the power to any target.
I forgot what enlisted for a second. That's not bad.
Could be good, but it's a lot.
Yeah, 2/2 flying for 4. Gain life and scry 1. Whenever it becomes cards tapped.
It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, you want to use that for enlisting things.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think what the combo was. It's like there's no crew in this set. Because the one vehicle does not have crew, so...
I think there's one other vehicle in this set.
Take up the shield, always nice to throw it indestructible and a +1/+1 counter on a lifelink on something.
Oof.
Negate, classic. Tattered Apparition was annoying at the pre-release. Because it was just... It's just an omnipresent threat. Throw one out there and it's like, well, that thing can kill anything I attack with, so I guess I'm not attacking. Thermal Bog. Elfheim Worm. This guy can go in an elf deck, right?
Sure. That's elf in the title. That is a act of treason, except you can kick it for 3 and sack it at the end.
Yeah. It's a little bit more expensive than an act. Well, it's one more expensive too, but... That bite down is annoying because it's not fight, it's just deal damage.
Ooh.
Hey, this is my promo card.
Oh, yeah?
But I can only put one in my dragon commander deck. So I guess I'm making 2 dragon decks. No, I don't know. Okay, I don't think we got any defenders there.
I didn't see any. Go, next one.
So it's restoration.
Juniper Order Root Weaver. It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty silent here. Negate. Ooh, there's a defender.
Nice.
Gibbering Barricade. This guy came in clutch against, I think just you is the only person I actually used its life gain feature with. I ran a defender deck, sort of, at the pre-release. Black-white, Phyrexian token / defender deck.
Barkwave Crusher.
Coalition Warboot, I've not seen this guy. He's a 3/4 trample for 4 with enlist. That's not bad.
No? Oh, that's pretty good. Give him up to +5/+5 for 1 mana.
Yeah, true. 1/3 Vigilant enlist? I like that, too.
I like this card. It's a Ben.
Bird token. Fancy Swamp. Ooh, Varogenid, Scion of Ethrava. +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic land types among lands you control.
Ooh,
Maybe it becomes tapped
for
do that.
list. And use that with enlist.
Oh, shit! Did you see this?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah. A Jonny Sleeper Agent. He's complicated. At the top card of your library, if it's a creature or planeswalker card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, you may put it on the bottom of your library. Should be 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance until end of turn. You get an emblem with whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. So this...
You could put it in your poison deck.
I could. I'd have to splash white.
I forgot about that last white.
Yeah, I forgot about that last white, too. So nice. Maybe I'll just give it to Hank to actually get him back into the game.
Maybe.
Like, Phyrexia was the one draw left. Was it? I got him, well, not actually interested, but sort of interested in Smash Brothers when Ridley was a playable character. And now Phyrexia is back. Relic of Legends. Herloon Battle Hymn. Not bad.
Yeah.
4 damage
a
for
little
3.
bit more powerful lightning
And
healing.
then if you kick, 4 life. Love Song of Night and Day. Which draws the cards. Third creature token fly. Put up +1 count on each of the 2 target creatures. You can read ahead, so you can skip that draw 2 cards if you don't want to give card advantage to somebody else. That might go well in my deck. Take up the shield.
Here, I'm just going to take your tokens out.
Maggonaut Sentry. Essence Scatter Classic. Photo Sea Scavenger.
Battlefield, top X cards your library.
Okay. Top your library, the rest of the library random order. Splatter Goblin, classic. I say classic. This is the first time he's been in a set. Just when I used him in the pre-release. Oh, camera. Okay. -1/-0. If it was kicked, the creature blocks this turn if able. Draw a card. Not bad.
Anything is a draw card for 1 mana.
Yeah. Furious Bellows. Pretty classic. +3/+0. Gain first strike for 2.
And you
And
got
also scry 1. So. Little Badger.
Bog Badger.
Honestly, that might do well in my poison deck
Yeah.
too. But. Ooh, Shield Wall Sentinel. There's another defender. We like to see it. Get the fuck out of here. Regular Swamp. I don't care.
Fires of Victory.
Maria, Scholar of Antiquity. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control. Add green. Tap 2 untapped non-token artifacts you control. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. It's alright. Don't think I would put it into an elf deck, but maybe into an artifact deck.
Yeah.
I have a 5-color artifact deck.
Two defenders in here?
There's a Shield Sentinel.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't think I need another one of, but whatever. It's fine. Micromancer. Cut down.
Cut down!
Benolosh Sleeper. Hey, I ran him.
He's pretty good. 3-1 for 2 or 3-1 for 3. You gotta make a player sack a creature.
Now you make each player, including yourself, sacrifice a creature.
And I do second.
True. Maggonaut Sentry, Juniper Order Root Weaver, Shadow Prophecy, Pixie Illusionist. Kick this battle with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Okay. Target land you control becomes a basic land type of your choice until end of turn. Huh.
Interesting.
Kind of neat.
It's keen.
It's like a little mana fix. Or a land walk fix.
Yes.
Oh, no. Target land you control. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. For the other player, maybe.
Guessing you could give it to yourself. If you had like one mountain and they had mountain walk, on their turn you could do it and turn it into an island.
Yeah, it's true.
But doesn't say it loses all other land types.
Okay.
So I think since you can have like swamp, mountains, or whatever.
Yeah.
Battle Rage Blessing is great, by the way. Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn.
Yeah, that card sucks.
Thrall to the Pit again. Scout the Wilderness. Key 2 Amplifier. Wizards.
Wizard. You're a wizard, Key 2.
Ooh, Fancy Planes.
think I'm only seeing a fancy plains and a fancy swamp.
I've got a fancy mountain and a fancy island somewhere. Don't think I have a fancy forest. Zar Ojanin, Scion of Ethrava, becomes tapped. Oh, it's the same guy.
You
Okay.
just have the other art.
Sulphurous Springs, Shockland. Full art Shockland. That might actually be worth something.
I have the same card.
Yeah, you got a box, right? Or did it come in your box?
I think so.
Oh, the Negotiator. Huh. I like it.
Oh, he's pretty good for my domain.
Oh, yeah. You used him in your domain deck against me at the pre-release.
Like turn 2, he could potentially be like a 3/3 or 4/3.
Yeah. Plus 2 months too until the turn. Okay.
Artillery blast.
Oh, I remember Artillery Blast now.
Yeah, I had two open.
Phyrexian Vivisector. Volstide Turner. Academy Wall, there's a defender.
Boom.
Hey,
2 defenders.
Gibbering Barricade, there's a defender. Shield Wall Sentinel, there's a defender.
3 straight defenders.
Broken Wings. Molten Monstrosity.
That's just a cool name.
It's a Hellion. Hellions are always kind of cool. Okay, camera, figure yourself out there, bud. Clockwork Drawbridge, another defender.
4 in 1 pack.
Niall. Avizoa Aeronaut. The top X cards, X number base 9 times 1 land control. One of them on the top of your library and the rest on the bottom in random order. If there are 5 basic land types among lands you control, draw a card. Ooh, the Lurgoyf. There's battlefield. Mill 3 cards for each time it was kicked. Power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. Good old Lurgoyfs. The only other Lurgoyfs I know are Lurgoyf and Lordivore. Alright. Start with a Monstrous War Leech. Love Song of Night and Day. Mesa Cavalier. Wooded Ridgeline. Griffin Protector. He was pretty good in my deck too, because that Wingmantle Chaplain would boost him up anytime a defender came in. It would boost this guy up twice because of Bird Winger as well.
True.
Soaring Drake. Plus, there's not a whole bunch of flying in this set.
No, not really.
Thrill of Possibility. Gaia's Might. Flowstone Kavu. Yavimaya Sojourner. So he could potentially cost 2 to play if you had a waste.
Yes.
Yeah, don't look at that. Cruelty of Gix.
Dang, this team was doing so good.
It's not bad. You lose 3 life to Toot or something. Make a player discard a card. And then you get a put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield, including that one that you made them discard. Radha, Coalition Warlord. Oh, you were using them too.
Yeah.
Inferno. Oh, not bad.
Defender's in here, right?
Copy a spell or give a creature double strike for 2.
Terra
enchantment. Spells quick as I'll target non-maintainment instead. Oh, okay.
Juniper Order Root Weaver. Tribute to Urberg.
Argivian Phalanx. Oh, yeah, he was in my deck too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. You could potentially get 2 creatures back from the graveyard to your hand for 3 mana. And you gain 2 life.
Oh, yeah.
Or you just get 1 and gain 2 life for 1 mana. Oh, we looked at them. Shield Wall Sentinel. Hammer Hand. Ooh, I like that. It's got the Wilderness. Coalition Warbrute. Garna, Bloodfist of Keld. Golden Argosy. Oh, here's that other vehicle. The one thing that can crew. And it attacks. Exile each creature that crewed it this turn. Return them to the battlefield tapped under their owner's control. Beginning of the next end step. I think I know where that's going. My Flicker deck.
Oh, yeah. So that's pretty good for Enlist, too, because, well, that's... I'm thinking of those whenever it becomes tapped, but if it enters tapped, it doesn't become tapped.
Yeah. Elvish Hydromancer.
Creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking otherwise.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, so this just deals 1 damage to each opponent anytime a creature dies that wasn't attacking. I just had to read that right. Sorry, that card was,
Cavalier.
I think, better than one.
I think I ran one of these. Or at the very least, I thought about picking it up for my deck. Yeah, I thought about picking it up. I didn't get one. I added it to the final 60 card deck, though. Shore up.
Shore up. What are we playing? That's Forbidden Island, right?
Yeah, Forbidden Island, yeah.
Card's good.
Yep. That'll probably go into my Death Touch / Infect deck.
Snare
Classic Spider.
Yeah.
Crystal Grotto. My 1 source of blue mana to play the Academy Wall in my Defender deck. Furious Bellows. Floriferous Vine Wall.
It is a Defender.
Yep, I didn't even read that. That makes sense though, it's a wall. Top 6 search library, revealing card from among them, put in your hand, put the rest of the body library in a random order. Founding the Third Path.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Baird, Argivian Recruiter. Beginning and step, you control a creature with power greater than its base power. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Not bad. Defiler of Faith. Oh, it's the white Defiler. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like that it just creates human, or just creates soldier tokens.
Yeah, make stuff you can use for Phyrexian mana if you wanted, or you can
You had 1 Defender in here, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh no, did I? think I might have missed the defender.
Choking Miasma.
Choking asthma. Miasma.
Not bad.
Miasma's catching on.
Resolute Reinforcements. I ran this guy too. That's another 2-drop boost for that Griffin. Sunbathing Root Walla.
Also for that guy who makes you...
Oh yeah, that guy, when a creature enters the battlefield, you
gain a life.
And then a creature dies. Target opponent loses a life.
Mm-hmm.
Charismatic Vanguard. Extinguish the Light. Essence Scatter. There's a Gibbering Barricade. I've yet to run into the walls that I want more of. Wingmantle Chaplain and well, I ran into one of those, but the Phyrexian Bog or whatever it was called. Oop.
Yeah.
Academy Wall. Key 2 Amplifier. Benalish Faith Bonder. Hexbane Tortoise.
Goes in the I Like Turtles deck.
Do you, my brother? Take the extinguish the target Rex number of attacking creatures. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Lohar, Vodalian Desecrator. Not bad. Looks pretty good. So you can discard a card and then use it. Threats undetected. Yes. Hella
fine. You search for 4 creatures with different powers. Reveal them. Opponent chooses 2 from those cards. Shuffle the chosen cards into the library. You put the rest into your hand.
How many packs have I got left?
After this one, you have 7.
Okay.
Probably speed
So
up a little
that. Urtai Scorn.
Oh no, what did I do?
Weatherseed Treaty.
I messed this all up.
Phyrexian Rager. Semite Herbalist. Negate. Eerie Soul Tender. Self-mill.
Love it.
Timely Interference. Coalition Warbrood. Yavimaya Sojourner. Hammerhand. Bog Badger. Fancy Plains. Balmor, Battle Mage Captain. You cast an instant or sorcery spell. Creature you control get +1/+0 and gain trample until end of turn.
Pretty good.
1/3. And then Leyline Binding. Each basic land type among lands you control costs 1 less. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield.
I don't know where that's going.
Not to you, because you're the one who uses that deck. That's just all cards. Exile until this card leaves the battlefield. Do you have a name for that deck?
I think that's my Begone Dirty Horse, maybe?
That's what it was, yeah. I think you're right. Joint Exploration. Irish Hydromancer. Mesa Cavalier. Automatic Librarian. Argivian Cavalier. Battlefly Swarm. Radiant Grove. Shore Up. Goblin Picker.
What'd you call me?
Tap a red and hit. Discard a card. Draw a card. Okay. Glorifious Vinewall. That's a defender. Crystal Grotto. Smash to Dust. Tora Kenarud. Sky Knight.
3/3 flying for 5. Cast an instant sorcery spell. Create a 1/1 white soldier creature token.
And Yavimaya Coast. Another shock land. Rona's Vortex.
Oh, you had a defender in there.
Pilfer. Fires of Victory. Heroic Charge. Talus Lookout. Pirate.
Ooh, I'm a pirate.
Rage Blessing. Timely Interference. Phyrexian Espionage. Shadow Prophecy. Viashino Branch Rider. Keldon Strike Team. Colossal Growth. Okay. Meteorite. Soul Kanar the Tainted. Mythic Rare Altar Art. Elemental Demon. Choose one that hasn't been chosen. Draw a card. Each opponent loses 2 life, you can gain 2 life. And deals 3 damage up to one other target creature or planeswalker. Or exile him and return him. Which means you can start over.
Yep. Didn't think there was a defender in here, but I don't remember.
Molduvian Atrocity. Not bad. Joint Forces. Citizen's Arrest.
Citizen's Arrest.
Automatic Librarian. Vanquisher Axe.
One of the few equipments in this deck.
Aggressive
Or
Sabotage. Dominaria Geyser. Tidepool Turtle. No little turtle guy. Deathbloom Gardener. Oh, and Death Touch. Tap to have 1 mana of any color.
Interesting.
It costs 3 though.
Yeah.
Goblin Picker again. Vine Shaper Prodigy. Haunted Mire. Tatiova, Steward of Tides. Land creatures you control have flying. Whenever land enters the battlefield under control, if you control 7 or more lands, up to 1 target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste. It's still a land. Not bad.
Real good.
Llanowar Green Widow. 4/3 Reach Trample.
Okay.
Domain. 8. Turn it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It gains that this permanent would leave the battlefield. Exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. Ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control.
4/3 Reach Trample for 3?
Yeah. And then you can return it to the graveyard exactly once.
For 3? Up to, I guess, as low as.
Combat Research. I like this enchantment. Warhost Frenzy. Giving Cavalier. Warded Ridgeline. Aggressive Sabotage. Salvage Mana Worker. There's a Mana Converter. Dominaria Geyser. Toxic Abomination. Molten Tributary. Flowstone Kavu. Snare Spinner. Torre Davenant. Fury Rider. When it attacks, all other attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until in a turn. Other red attacking creatures you control gain trample until in a turn. Untap each other white attacking creature you control. So, not really giving the vigilance, but and then Shockland, Altar Art. Ooh, and then a foil, Academy Lore Master. Beginning of each player's draw step that player might draw an additional card. If they do, spells they cast this turn cost 2 more to cast. Guess that's good if you're top decking.
Yeah. So you got 2 more after this one.
Okay, so this is my third to last pack.
Yes.
Okay. Cleaving Skyrider again. Prayer of Binding.
Exile.
Maganath Sentry. Artillery Blast. Lightning Strike.
Artillery Blast.
Come on, camera. Pixie Illusionist. Eerie Soul Tender. Haunting Figment. Bog Badger. Molten Tributary. Heavy Maya, Steel Crusher. Ooh, Ape.
I'm a monkey.
Fancy Island. Walking Bulwark. This is Defender. Vohar, Vidalian Desecrator. We've already read them. And Hatijin. Powers equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Costs 1 less to cast. Not bad.
Pretty good.
For 3.
With flying.
Yeah, and 4 toughness. Which means he's out of lightning bolt range.
I guess I need 2 lightning bolts.
Djinn of the Fountain. We already read them. Strength of the Coalition. Read that for a second. Warhost Frenzy. Charismatic Vanguard. Phyrexian Rager. Samite Herbalist. Eerie Soul Tender.
Want to throw a Phyrexian Rager?
No. Not since college.
Not since college.
Destroy Evil. Pixie Illusionist. Heavy Maya, Steel Crusher. Scout the Wilderness. Molten Monstrosity. Ivy. Gleeful Spell Thief. Cast a spell that targets only a single creature other than Ivy. Gleeful Spell Thief. You copy that spell. The copy targets Ivy. Okay. So if they are boosting up a creature, you can have it also boost up Ivy. Maria, Scholar of Antiquity. Tap an untapped non-token artifact you control. Add green. Oh, we already read them. Yeah. Okay. It's just the alt art for them.
Yep. Last pack.
Last pack. Pilfer. Linebreaker Baloth. Talus Lookout. Artillery Blast. Tattered Apparition. Haunting Figment. Academy Wall, there's a Defender. Shadow Prophecy. E2 Amplifier. Hexbane Tortoise. Meteorite. Rona, Shieldred's Faithful. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Rona, Shieldred's Faithful.
Oh.
Alt art.
Nice.
I already have that card too. And then Stronghold Arena. Being 3 life for each time it was kicked. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may reveal the top card of your library. Put it in your hand. If you do, you lose life equal to its mana value. Okay. Alright. So, what is my Defender count?
I count it.
Okay. Did you put the Academy Wall?
Yeah, I just did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Defenders. Yeah, I put those with the rest of my cards. Okay, now we're going to swap places.
Alright.
I got to sit in the little guy chair.
Little boy chair.
I'm a little boy.
Okay, here you can put in my deck box when you're done.
Okay, you want me to discard the token?
Yeah, just discard the token and move the rare to the end.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, I usually discard the land too.
Oh, sorry. I literally asked you.
Sorry. Hero's Heirloom. So creature gets +2/+1. As long as it's legendary, it gets trample and haste.
Oh, yeah. Saw that card.
Mantle Chaplain.
Nice. You're hiding them for yourself, I see.
Tangled Inlet. Why does it feel like I'm so much closer?
I don't know, man.
Griffin Protector. Sacred Peaks. Phyrexian Warhorse. Impede Momentum. Sunlit Marsh. Urborg Repossession. Bite down. Hammerhand. Elfheim Worm. Lagomos, Hand of the Hatred. At the beginning of your combat, on your turn, create a 2/1 red elemental creature with trample and haste. Second at the beginning of the next end step. You can tap it to search your library for a card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Activate it. Activate only if 5 or more creatures died this turn.
Okay.
Got it. And then Academy Lore Master.
Here's your next set. Take that. I'm not taking the lands out.
Fancy Mountain.
Where'd you put your box?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I gave it to you. Knight of Dusk's Shadow. Territorial Morrow. Power and toughness equal to twice the number of basic land types among lands you control. Potentially a 10/10.
Yeah.
Phyrexian Missionary. 2/3 lifelink. Kicker. And if it entered kicked, return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. 5. Griffin Protector. Charismatic Vanguard. Soaring Drake. Sunlit Marsh. Splatter Goblin. For a possibility. Furious Bellow. I'm focusing now. Bite down. Molten Tributary. Stin, Paranoid Partisan. 2/2. Enters battlefield. Choose a card type other than creature or land. Spells of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Pay 3 and exile them. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. And then a shiny Phyrexian Vivisector.
Do you want me to keep count of anything?
No.
Okay, good. Because I've just been putting in your box with your other cards.
Return. Shale's Acolyte. Tala's Lookout. Heroic Charge. Tribute to Urborg. Tattered Apparition. Voda Sea Scavenger. Destroy Evil. Benelish Faithbonder. Yavimaya Steel Crusher. Bark Weave Crusher. We have a Wrath, Weatherlight Star Waltz. I don't know if you read that, but I have like 3 or 4 of them, so I know what he does.
Phasing of Zephyr. Zalfir?
Zalfir, yeah. Another target non-land permanent phases out. It can't phase in for as long as you control the phasing of Zalfir. His 3 is destroy all creatures. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller creates a 2/2 black Phyrexian creature token. Okay, so you could phase out 2 of your creatures and then kill everything else and return those.
Yeah, but then you're giving them a stack of
That's true.
2/2s. Give yourself a stack of 2/2s. That's where they're going to be. I'm trying to get ahead of the game.
Mountain. Joda's Codex. It's 5. Domain for 5 and tap it. Draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land type among lands you control. Electrostatic Infantry. 1/2 trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on them. Tribute to Urborg. Argivian Phalanx. Lightning Strike. Geothermal Bog. Volshay Tide Runner. Paddle Rage Blessing. Viashino Branch Rider. Broken Wings. And Thrall to the Pit. a Tatyova, Steward of Tides. That's the land creatures you control are flying. Ooh, Shivian Destroyer.
Devastator.
Sorry. Shivian Devastator. X and a red. Flying haste. Enters battlefield X +1/+1 counters on it.
Not bad.
And then Pilfer. Shiny. Foil. Whoops. Forest. Walking Bulwark. Frozen Battle Thing. Strength of the Coalition. Stall for Time.
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby.
Flowstone Infusion. Soaring Drake. Bone Splinters. Bone Splinters.
Yeah, it's a reprint classic.
Vanquisher's Axe. Tide Pool Turtle. Vine Shaper Prodigy. Got a Clockwork Drawbridge. Jaya's Fire Tornado. Broken Wings. And Urtai Resurrected. 3/2 flash. Enters battlefield. Choose up to 1. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. Its controller draws a card. Destroy another target creature or planeswalker. Its controller draws a card. Swamp. Blight Pile.
Bastard.
Hurler Cyclops. I don't think we got this one. Pay 1 to sack another creature. It deals 1 damage to any target.
Interesting.
Okay. Captain's Call. Wooded Ridgeline. Mesa Cavalier. 2/1 flying for 3. Enters battlefield, gain 2 life. Salvaged Mana Worker. Phyrexian Warhorse. Tolarian Terror. Writhing Necromass. Keldon Strike Team. Deathbloom Gardener. Smash to Dust.
Damn.
Queen Alanol of Ruaduk. 3 mana. Her power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 white soldier creature token are created instead. This is my 3rd one of her. Ooh, and a Plaza of Heroes, which is good for legendary cards. Tap it to add 1 colorless, or technically waste. I forget that means now.
Yeah, it's 1 colorless.
1 colorless.
I mean, it counts for waste mana.
Okay.
It's basically that symbol means the exact same as the old 1 colorless symbol.
Gotcha. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color among legendary permanents you control. You can pay 3, tap it, and exile it to target legendary creature. It gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
I guess I should rephrase that. It means the same thing when it's being generated, but when it's in a mana value, it means that that mana source has to come from a colorless source. Yotia declares war. Its 1 is create a 0/2 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying named Ornithopter. Tap any untapped artifacts you control. When you do, this deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker. That's pretty good. Up to 1 target artifact you control becomes a creature with base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn. Frostfist Strider. Islet. Citizen's Arrest. Impulse. Contaminated Aquifer. Toxic Abomination. Tolarian Geyser. Llanowar Stalker. Goblin Picker. Crystal Grotto. Floriferous Vine Wall. A
card Rada, Coalition Warlord. And a Leaf Crowned Visionary. 2 forest, 1/1. Other elves you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast an elf spell, you may pay a forest. If you do, draw a card. I don't play elves. Fancy Mountain. Hero's Heirloom. Knight of Dawn's Light. Benelish Sleeper. Phyrexian Vivisector. Destroy Evil. Volsci Tide Turner. We have a Writhing Necromass. Idyllic Beachfront. Molten Monstrosity. Deathbloom Gardener. Haunted Mire. Myria's. Oh, I just hit the camera. Ellis Ilcor, Sadistic Pilgrim.
Yeah, I saw him. I got mad.
Whenever another creature enters battlefield under your control, you gain a life. Whenever another creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Then a Defiler of Instinct. 4/4 first strike has an additional cost to cast a red permanent. Spells you may pay 2 life. Those spells cost a mountain less to cast. If you paid life this way, this effect reduces only amount of red mana you play. Whenever you cast a red permanent, Defiler of Instinct deals 1 damage to any target. Fancy Forest. Yotia declares war. Slimefoot Survey. 5 mana domain. Search your library for up to 2 land cards that each have a basic land type. Put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Look at the top X cards of the library, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Put up to 1 of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Tribute to Urborg. Juniper Order Root Weaver. Timely Interference. We have Eerie Soul Tender. Destroy Evil. Pixie Illusionist. Furious Bellow. Bog Badger. Showpole Sentinel. Yavimaya Steel Crusher. Another Lognos, Hand of Hatred. Then a Valiant Veteran. Ooh, yeah. 2/2 for 2. Other soldiers you control get +1/+1. Pay 5 and exile Valiant Veteran from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on each soldier you control. That's going to my soldier deck.
Yep. Be honest, I didn't read most of your rares. I just saw they were rares, put them in the back. But
That's fine.
as you read that,
Force. Coral Colony.
Bastard.
Ooh, Defender. Oh yeah, you can't have that one.
Fuck off.
Conscript.
Conscript.
Yeah, I think I just butchered the last. Enters battlefield tapped. Pay 2. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield. Only if a non-skeleton creature died under your control this turn. Benelish Sleeper. Phyrexian Vivisector. Stall for Time. Shore Up. Vanquisher's Axe. Bone Splinters. Colossal Grove.
Bone Splinters is ready.
Myria's Outrider. 4/4 reach. Enters battlefield. It deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control.
So that knew an elf deck. Make a red elf deck.
Red elf deck. Clockwork Drawbridge. Fine Shaper. Prodigy. We have a Aeron. Benalia's Ruin. 3/3 Menace. Pay 2 and tap and sack another creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Not bad.
Not bad.
And then Quirion Beast Collar. This is a good card. 2/2 for 2. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Whenever it dies, distribute X+1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Quirion Beast Caller.
Yeah, I want that for my bear deck because there's a bear in the background.
I used that card in Arena. So far, it's worked pretty good. Island. Yavimaya Steel Crusher. Karplusan Forest. Tori. Deavanant. Fury Rider. Fury Rider. We've already read him. Or her. Singir Connoisseur. 3/3 flying. Whenever one or more other creatures die, put a +1/+1 counter on Singir Connoisseur. This ability triggers only once each turn. Runic Shock.
Such a good card.
Oh, for 1 mana? Whew. That's a good card. Take up the shield.
Good.
Lightning Strike. Stall for time. Phyrexian Espionage. Impulse. Writhing Necromass. Hexbane Tortoise. We have Miria's Outrider again. And then Viashino's Branch Rider.
Did I not have that one split so that you could view the rares later? Did I put the
Oh,
rares up front?
yeah, you put that up front because that was, I didn't even notice that was the rare.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought I got them all, but I'll double check them when I put them up in front of you.
Fancy Forest. Inscribed Tablet. Pay 1. Tap and sack it. Reveal the top 5 cards of the library. Put a land card from among them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. If you didn't, put a card into your hand this way. Draw a card. Mossbeard Ancient. 77 Trample. Sunbathing Rootwalla. Argivian Phalanx. Extinguish the Light. Salvaged Mana Worker. Essence Scatter. Bone Splinters. Haunting Figment. Can't be blocked as long as you've cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. Has Vigilance. Colossal Growth. Keldon Strike Team. Meteorite. Najal, the Storm Runner. You may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets for the spell. And then a Chaotic Transformation. Exile up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, up to 1 target enchantment, up to 1 target planeswalker, and or up to 1 target land. For each permanent exiled this way, its controller reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a card that shares a card type with it. Puts that card onto the battlefield, then shuffles.
It's interesting to say the least. Be good if you had like if you only have like 2 artifacts in your deck or something.
So you can exile any cards on the battlefield, but whoever controls it gets to look for it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was reading. I couldn't figure out what was targeting what. Oh no, I dropped that.
It's the rare.
Swamp. Walking Bulwark. Slimefoot's Survey. Dragon Whelp.
Well.
Guess it's time to go.
Well.
Sacred Peaks. Argivian Cavalier. Automatic Librarian. Radiant Grove. Urborg Repossession. Tidepool Turtle.
Turtle.
Battlefly Swarm.
Nice.
Flowstone Kavu, Gaia's Might, Elfheim Worm, and a Zur Eternal Schemer, white, blue, and a Swamp. 1/4 flying. Enchantment creatures you control have Death Touch, Lifelink, and Hexproof. Pay 2. Target non-aura enchantment you control becomes a creature in addition to its other types and has a base power and base toughness equal to its mana value.
It's good. I pulled one in the draft for the pre-release, but I'm like, I don't have any enchantment creatures, and I don't have any non-aura enchantments.
Yeah, you'd have to.
So it's like he's kind of like built for other sets.
Swamp. Frostfist Strider. We have Electrostatic Infantry, Lightning Strike, Argivian Phalanx, Gibbering Barricade,
Nice.
Essence Scatter, Voda Sea Scavenger, Splatter Goblin, Barkweave Crusher, Coalition Warbrute, Gaia's Might, Vener's Faithbonder, Rona, Shieldred's Faithful, and a Llanowar Loam Speaker. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Tap it. Target land you control becomes a 3/3 elemental creature with haste until end of turn. If it is still a land, activate only as a sorcery. Not bad.
Not bad. Now, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I've left your last pack unopened. Do you want to open it yourself?
I don't care.
Okay.
I opened your last pack.
That's fine. I just thought I'd give you the option. I am going to make you open the promo pack, though.
That's fine. Phoenix Chick. Sorry, I don't think we got one yet. 1/1 for 1. Flying Haste. Phoenix Chick. Can't block. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may pay 2. If you do, return Phalanx Chick from your battlefield. Return Phoenix Chick from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking with a +1/+1 counter on it. Yavimaya Iconoclast, Tangled Islet, Mesa Cavalier, Artillery Blast, Sunlit Marsh, Urborg Repossession, Tolarian Terror, Negate, Bite Down, Hammer Hand, Elfheim Worm, a Balmor Battle Mage Captain, and a
Vodalian
Hexcatcher. 1/1 flash. Other merfolk you control get +1/+1. Sack a merfolk, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to put that one up there.
Mountain. Coral Colony. Nope.
You bastard.
Blight Pile.
You bastard.
Sprouting Goblin.
I don't think we've read him.
2/2 for 2. Kicker for a forest. Whenever Sprouting Goblin enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, search your library for a land card with a basic land type. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Pay a mountain and tap it. Sacrifice a land. Draw a card.
Okay, I can see that being useful in a Goblin deck where you don't need lands after a certain point.
Automatic Librarian. Citizen's Arrest. Radiant Grove. Shore Up. Phyrexian Warhorse. Impede Momentum. Goblin Picker. Floriferous Vinyl. Floriferous.
It's a depender.
Yeah. Crystal Grotto. Smashed to Dust.
Bastard.
Ooh, and a Shieldred the Apocalypse. 4/5 Death Touch for 4. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. That's my second one.
You got 2 Shieldreds?
Yeah, I got 2 Shieldreds. Mountain. Cold Conscript. Linebreaker Baloth. I don't think we've read this one. 4/5 for 5 with Enlist. Linebreaker Baloth can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less.
I definitely pulled one. I did not read it out loud.
Captain's Call. We all know what Captain's Call does. Sacred Peaks. Griffin Protector. Contaminated Aquifer. Impulse. Battlefly Swarm. Throw of Possibility. Land of War Stalker. Yavimaya Sojourner. Urg. Spawn of Turg. Cost 3. Its power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of the library. You may put that card into your graveyard. Pay 2 and sack a land, you gain 2 life.
I like them.
Interesting. Anointed Peacekeeper. 3/3 Vigilance. Enters battlefield. Look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Spells your opponent's cast with the chosen name cost 2 more to cast. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cost 2 more to activate unless they're mana abilities.
Meaning abilities that produce mana.
Yeah. Extinguish Light. Foil. Island. Kobolds of Keep. Ornithopter. Oh, you just gave me all your... That was my last pack?
No, you got one more. I gave it to you as your second last.
Oh, yeah, Ornithopter. I'll show that one.
There's like a Sand Warrior one that was interesting.
There's this insect.
Nice.
That's cool. Soldiers, I don't need.
That top one there. Sand Warrior.
Sand Warrior. What card has a Sand Warrior?
I don't know. But you have the token for it. Okay, here's your real last pack.
Last pack.
I thought it'd be funny if I threw an island on top of that and made you think you're going crazy for a second.
Island. Phoenix Chick. Yavimaya Iconoclast. Flowstone Infusion. Heroic Charge. Sunbathing Rootwalla. Phyrexian Espionage. Idyllic Beachfront. Aggressive Sabotage. Impede Momentum. Jaya's Fire NATO. Snare Spinner. Haunted Mire. Ilias Il Core. Sadistic Pilgrim. And a Vidalian Mineslinger. 3 cost for 2/2. Kicker for 2 and or 2. Enters battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it for each time it was kicked. Enters battlefield. Gain control of target creature with power less than his power for as long as you control him. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, started to open that for you.
Okay, and this is the box topper that came with the box. Let's see what it is. Try not to look at it. It is Obai Claria.
I would say Ohabi.
Ohabi Claria.
Claria.
1/3 reach. Untap all archers you control during each other player's untap step. Whenever an archer you control deals damage to a creature, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card.
Looks like you're going to build an archer.
Gotta
tribal
build a Garcher deck.
Garcher deck.
Okay, well that's it.
I'd say you know how to stop the stream and stop the record, right?
Yep, looks like it.
We just had a new episode come out. We talked about Mob Psycho 100 Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's on YouTube and any podcast platforms you can think of. I'll be back here probably Tuesday to play Gloomhaven with my friend Matt. Come watch us fail at that game. We set the difficulty down a level, so hopefully we won't fail as much.
Okay.
But there was a rough stream. Otherwise, if you're watching this, thank you for watching it. This will go up on YouTube eventually. Adios.
Goodbye.
Okay. Most of your cards.
It's not stopping.